Epic thoughts. Epic shots.
On this channel, we discuss epic topics while watching epic videos.
I just have to push record.
Today, we're going to talk about caffeine. Setting up your next date online? Hoping to meet that special someone? You might choose to have your first meet over a cup of coffee at a coffee shop. Why does it feel so safe to partake of this drug with a perfect stranger? Or someone you only met online? Why not some other drug? Why do we need a drug at all in this situation? In this Epic Thoughts, we will discuss all of this and more. Keep watching.
Caffeine was possibly first used a very long time ago. Chinese legend says the Chinese emperor Xinjiang reigned 3000 BCE. BCE is before the Common Era, what used to be BC, before Christ.
The changing of this is something else we should discuss on this channel. But 3000 BCE, I'd like to think of just how long ago that was. That was approximately 5,000 years ago. What was it like then? What kind of technology did we have? Well, Emperor Xinjiang just happened to be hanging out under a tea tree. He had a fire going, and over that fire he was boiling some water. Some of the leaves fell off the tree and landed in his boiling water. That's quite a story. And that turned into the vast variety of caffeine consumption we have now 5,000 years later.
There's records of coffee in the 15th century used by Sufi monasteries in Yemen, in southern Africa. By the 16th century, it had reached the rest of the Middle East, Persia and Turkey. Then it's made its way around the planet. The chemical was first isolated by German chemist Friedrich Runge in 1819. This is a quote from the New World Encyclopedia. Caffeine is a chemical compound that is made by plants.
Caffeine is classified as a methylxanthine, end quote. Yeah, that's right, caffeine is meth. The scientific name of caffeine is methylxanthine, and it stimulates you just like meth. Yep, caffeine is meth. I've solved the video. It's done. Watch out. Your coffee-drinking friends will soon be stealing your wallet and helping you look for it. Just like all the other meth addicts, they will be stealing catalytic converters. Soon their teeth will be falling out and they'll have scars all over their faces.
No, that's not how chemistry works. Caffeine is not meth. That was a joke. Just because the chemical name of caffeine has the word meth in it does not mean it's like methamphetamine. Speaking of methamphetamine, let's have a word from today's sponsor.
Methamphetamine. 900 milligrams of caffeine. Mephistopheles is the new energy drink that will get you cranked up to do more work. You will be able to win the Olympics. Become the next strong man. Drive your car backwards while having sex with beautiful women. Outrunning the police. Convince flat earthlings the earth is round. Make anti-vaxxers vax. Mephistopheles. 900 milligrams of caffeine per serving. Turn you into the next superhero. Warning, you will steal from your family to get this drink. Side effects may include rabid heartbeat, wild lost appetite, a sudden urge to migrate, bestiality, necrophilia, green, rotting off of genitalia, starting your own cult, finding a new universe inside your butthole.
No, this channel doesn't have any sponsors, but I want some. Anyone watching out there? If there was an energy drink like Mephistopheles with 900 milligrams of caffeine per serving, would it kill you? No. Most likely not. It would be very unpleasant, as you would experience some serious side effects. These side effects are real, not like the ones in the commercial. Let's look into the symptoms of caffeine overdose. First, let me say that I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on YouTube. Don't take any of this as medical advice. About 400 milligrams is the recommended limit you should have in one day. But let's say you put down a Starbucks Trenta, cold foam, cold brew. That's about 360 milligrams according to caffeineinformer.com. How are you going to feel? Well, a lot of factors go into this. But if you drink a few of these a day, you may only feel slight relief from your caffeine withdrawal symptoms. But if you're not used to this much caffeine, you may feel your heartbeat, your blood pressure will go up about 10 points. You will have to pee. You'll have insomnia. You may become irritable. But were you to consume one of these bad boys Mephistopheles and get 900 milligrams of caffeine, then what could you expect then? Diarrhea? Jitters, restlessness, nervousness, scattered thoughts, excessive talking, inability to focus on anything? If you crank that up to about 11 or 1200 milligrams in one settings, you could experience nausea, anxiety, sweating, dizziness, vomiting. Crank it up to even more, 12 or 13, maybe 1500 milligrams of caffeine, you might start to hallucinate. But would you die? Well, not necessarily. The fatal dose of caffeine is about 7 to 9 grams. Yeah, that's about 7,000 to 900, that's about 7,000 to 9,000 milligrams in one day. Here are some cases of caffeine overdose that I read on caffeineinformer.com. A 26-year-old woman was hospitalized after she consumed 20 grams of caffeine by ingesting pure caffeine powder. Without quick medical intervention, she would have died since she consumed more than the lethal amount of caffeine. 19-year-old James Stone dies after taking 25 to 30 caffeine pills in 2007, at least 2.5 grams of caffeine. That's interesting. That is actually well below the lethal amount. That's only 2,500 milligrams. But it's different. A 56-year-old British man drank 25 Red Bulls in the evening and woke up the next morning with a brain hemorrhage. Let's say if he died or not. 17-year-old Jasmine Wills, a Durham, UK waitress, overdosed by drinking 7 double espressos in 2007. She was taken to the hospital and recovered soon after... That's roughly 1.078 grams. So again, not really a lethal dose. In the 1990s, an Australian woman with a heart condition died after consuming a guarana-based shot from her local health food store. This product is no longer on the market. 10 grams per liter. Okay, that's just nuts. That's a quote from the article. 2010, a 23-year-old British man from Mansfield, England, died after taking 2 spoonfuls of pure caffeine powder and washed it down with an energy drink at a party. His death was ruled accidental. And one more, just for good, but there's many. I could go on for quite a while. 2011, 14-year-old Annis Fournier died after she consumed 24-ounce monsters. She consumed 2 24-ounce monsters, 480 milligrams of caffeine in a 24-hour period. The cause of death was heart arrhythmia due to caffeine toxicity. There seem to be conflicting stories as to how much she really drank. It seems true since 480 milligrams in a 24-hour period isn't a toxic amount. Update October 2012. Her parents were suing Monster Energy for wrongful death, although the girl did have a pre-known existing heart condition. I know I did promise you that we would have a more philosophical discussion on caffeine and why we need the drug and why we would feel safe taking it with a stranger and all of those many things. And I really do want to expand this video and do all of those things. But for now, I kind of want to just finish it and get it out there, so this is the short version. Later on, there might be a longer version.